There comes a moment in every soul's journey when you realize that you are not here by accident, that your life is not just a series of random events, but a divinely written story unfolding according to God's perfect plan. You are not just born to exist, you were chosen, handpicked by God Himself for a reason greater than you can comprehend. You are the chosen one, a vessel created to carry light into places that have long been dark. Every challenge, every tear, every delay, and every triumph has been part of your preparation. You were chosen not because you were perfect, but because your heart carries something that this world needs: faith, strength, compassion, and divine purpose. God looked at you and saw potential that no one else could see. He saw a heart that could endure storms, a soul that could rise after every fall, and a spirit strong enough to shine through pain. Many times, being chosen doesn't feel like a blessing at first. It feels like isolation, struggle, and confusion. You may have wondered why your life has been filled with battles, why doors closed when you were ready to walk through them, or why you often feel misunderstood by those around you. But that's what happens when you are chosen. God separates you from the ordinary, so He can prepare you for the extraordinary. He removes certain people and situations from your life not to punish you, but to make room for the purpose He is shaping within you. The chosen ones walk a lonely road, not because they are unloved, but because their calling requires silence, patience, and divine discipline. While others are celebrating, you are growing in secret. While others are sleeping, you are fighting unseen battles that are building your character. That is how God molds His chosen, through the fire of adversity, through the tests of faith, and through moments when you feel forgotten, yet heaven is watching closely. You are not chosen to live an easy life. You are chosen to live a meaningful one. Every hardship has been a classroom. Every delay has been a lesson, and every disappointment has been a redirection towards something better. When you look back, you'll realize that nothing was wasted. Even your pain was a part of your preparation. The rejection that broke your heart, the loss that shattered your peace, the waiting that tested your patience, all of it was God's way of strengthening you for what's coming. You see, chosen ones are tested differently because their destiny is different. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out, to carry divine energy that awakens others. You are a living message from God to the world, a message of hope, resilience, and faith. There's a divine power within you that even you may not fully understand yet. Sometimes it feels like you're being pulled between heaven and earth, like your spirit knows something your mind can't yet grasp. That's because God is awakening you to your higher calling. You might not have all the answers, but deep within, you can feel it, that quiet voice that says, "You are meant for more." That's not just your imagination. That's the whisper of the Holy Spirit reminding you who you are. You are chosen to heal, to inspire, to uplift, and to guide others through your own testimony. Every scar you carry is sacred, for it tells a story of survival and divine intervention. God is not done with you yet. He is just beginning to reveal the masterpiece He's been creating through your pain. Remember, when God chooses you, He doesn't choose the qualified. He qualifies the chosen. He doesn't pick you because of your perfection, but because of your potential. Look at the people God used throughout history: Moses, who doubted himself; David, who was overlooked; Mary, who was young and humble; Paul, who once persecuted believers. None of them were perfect, but all of them were chosen. The same is true for you. God saw something within you long before anyone else did. He saw your willingness to keep going when life tried to break you. He saw your heart when you prayed in silence. He saw the tears you cried when no one was watching. That's why He chose you, because He knew that even when you fell, you would rise again, stronger and wiser than before. Being chosen also means being entrusted. God doesn't place His light in just anyone. He places it in those who can carry it with humility. You have been given a spiritual responsibility to be a reflection of divine love in a world filled with chaos. Sometimes your kindness will be misunderstood, your purpose will be questioned, and your faith will be tested, but do not be discouraged. The path of the chosen is narrow, but it leads to eternal glory. You are walking a sacred path, one that requires courage and trust. You must learn to move when God says move, to wait when He says wait, and to believe even when you cannot see. The chosen one walks by faith, not by sight. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when your strength runs out, and your faith feels weak. In those moments, remember this truth: even when you think you're alone, heaven is working behind the scenes. God's angels surround you. The universe aligns itself to fulfill His promises over your life. Every delay, every setback, every heartbreak is turning into a divine setup for something greater. You are being elevated, even when it feels like you're being broken. You are being positioned, even when it feels like you're being overlooked. Trust the process, because God doesn't make mistakes, and He didn't make one when He chose you. You were chosen to bring healing where there is pain, to bring peace where there is chaos, and to bring faith where there is doubt. That's why your spirit feels things deeply, because you carry a divine sensitivity that connects you to the hearts of others. You are not weak for feeling so much. You are powerful because you can transform pain into compassion. Your empathy is your gift. Your ability to forgive, to love, and to hope in darkness is what makes you different. That's what being chosen means. It means your soul vibrates at a frequency that can touch others and remind them of God's love. Sometimes, God will hide you before He reveals you. He will allow seasons of silence, where nothing seems to happen, because He's working in the unseen. Don't mistake delay for denial. You are not being forgotten. You are being protected. God hides His chosen ones until the right moment, the moment when their light can shine without being dimmed by the world. You are still in the making, and when the time comes, everything will align perfectly. The people meant to find you will recognize your light, and the doors meant for you will open effortlessly. You won't have to chase what's meant for you. It will be drawn to your spirit. Your story is not just about you. It's about everyone who will be inspired by your journey. You are the living proof that faith works, that God restores, that miracles happen. Your struggles are seeds that will blossom into blessings, not only for you, but for those who watch you rise. When you speak, hearts will heal. When you act, lives will change. When you walk, light will follow you. That is what it means to be chosen, to carry divine energy wherever you go. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, a reminder that God still moves through human souls. Even when the world tries to silence you, remember that your voice carries power. Even when you feel small, remember that your spirit is infinite. Even when you doubt yourself, remember that God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't call the wrong person. You were chosen before you were born. Your name was spoken in heaven long before you took your first breath. Every cell in your being carries divine intention. So walk with confidence, not arrogance, for the Creator Himself believes in you. You are here to fulfill a sacred mission, and nothing can stop it. No failure, no rejection, no darkness can cancel what God has already written. The more you grow, the clearer your purpose becomes. The chosen one learns to surrender, to let go of control, and trust divine timing. You'll notice that things start aligning effortlessly when you stop forcing and start flowing with faith. Doors will open, opportunities will appear, and the right people will be guided into your life. That's the power of divine alignment. You don't have to chase blessings when you're chosen. Blessings chase you because you carry the presence of God within you. You are a magnet for miracles, not because you're lucky, but because you're chosen. So today, remind yourself, you are not lost, you are being led. You are not behind, you are being prepared. You are not forgotten, you are being refined. Everything you've gone through was necessary to awaken the divine strength inside you. You are chosen to be the light in a generation that's losing faith, to remind people that God still reigns, that love still heals, and that hope still lives. You are chosen to carry a message that no matter how dark life gets, There is always light for those who believe. Walk boldly in your purpose. Speak life into every situation. Love even when it hurts. Forgive even when it feels impossible. Keep going even when you don't understand the plan. Because you are chosen to shine, to heal, to rise, to lead, to inspire, to awaken, and to fulfill a destiny far greater than your imagination. Never doubt your worth. Never question your path. God doesn't make mistakes, and He didn't start with you. You are the chosen one, and the world is waiting for the light that only you can bring. When you finally accept that you are the chosen one, something begins to awaken inside you. A divine confidence, not arrogance, but a deep knowing that you were created for something eternal. You begin to walk differently, speak differently, and think differently. You no longer chase validation because you understand your value comes from God, not from people. You stop comparing your path to others because you realize that your journey was handcrafted by the Creator Himself. Every delay, every obstacle, every detour has meaning. You start to see life through spiritual eyes, understanding that everything is connected. Every person you meet, every situation you face, every moment you breathe. Nothing is random. Everything is divine alignment. And when this truth settles in your heart, peace begins to fill the places where fear once lived. You no longer ask, "Why me?" but rather, "What is God trying to teach me through this?" That shift in perspective is the sign of a soul awakening to purpose. You are not chosen because life would be easy. You are chosen because your soul was built to withstand what others could not. There is a warrior spirit within you, one that refuses to be defeated. You've survived storms that were meant to destroy you, and yet, here you are, still standing, still believing, still hoping. That strength did not come from the world. It came from God's hand resting upon you. Every time you thought you were breaking, you were actually being remade. Every season of loss was preying your spirit for growth. Every heartbreak was teaching you compassion. Every silence was drawing you closer to the divine voice within. You may not have understood it then, but you were being shaped into the person you were always meant to become. The chosen ones often live between two worlds, the physical and the spiritual. You feel deeply connected to heaven even as you walk on earth. You sense energies, emotions, and divine nudges that others overlook. That's because your spirit is attuned to higher frequencies. You were chosen to bring heaven's wisdom into earthly experiences. That's why sometimes you feel out of place, because your soul remembers a home far beyond this world. You are not meant to fit in. You are meant to awaken. God planted eternity in your heart, and that's why the things of this world can never fully satisfy you. No material success, no amount of approval, and no earthly comfort can fill the space that was designed for divine purpose. You are a bridge between realms, a living connection between what is seen and unseen, between the divine and the human. When you understand this, your battles begin to make sense. The reason your warfare has been so intense is because your purpose is powerful. The enemy only fights what threatens his kingdom. The deeper your calling, the greater your opposition. You've faced rejection because your presence carries anointing. You've faced loneliness because your energy intimidates darkness. You've faced betrayal because your light exposes hidden truths. But all these experiences are not meant to break you. They are meant to strengthen your faith and deepen your trust. You cannot rise without resistance. You cannot walk in destiny without testing. Every chosen one must pass through the fire, but the fire only burns away what is not meant to remain. What comes out of the flames is purified gold, your true, divine essence shining brighter than ever before. You are not chosen to be perfect. You are chosen to be real. Your authenticity is your ministry. When you share your story, your fears, your failures, your pain, you give others permission to heal. The world doesn't need more flawless people. It needs honest souls who reflect grace. The chosen ones are not the loudest or most famous. They are the ones who quietly carry God's light in their hearts and share it through their actions. You might not even realize how many people you've inspired just by surviving, by smiling after pain, by believing after loss. You are someone's reminder that faith still works. That's what being chosen looks like. You become a living testimony of divine endurance. Sometimes, being chosen means you'll be misunderstood. People may question your decisions, your silence, or your faith. But don't waste your energy explaining your calling to those who cannot comprehend it. Your purpose was not given to them. It was entrusted to you. The vision God placed in your heart is between you and Him. Protect it. Nurture it. Pray over it. Speak life into it. And when the time comes, the same people who doubted you will witness the glory of God manifesting through you. Your light will speak for itself. The anointing cannot be hidden. When God has chosen you, even your presence becomes a message. You are not walking alone. Heaven is backing you. Angels are assigned to guard your path. Divine energy flows through your every step. Even when you don't feel it, divine forces are aligning your destiny. Sometimes you'll sense this through synchronicities, repeating numbers, dreams, or moments of divine timing where everything aligns perfectly. That's God's way of whispering, "You're on the right path." You'll feel it in your spirit, that quiet peace that comes after surrender, that unexplainable faith that rises when logic fails. That is divine confirmation. When you are chosen, God communicates with you in ways that the world might not understand. There will be times when your calling will require sacrifice. You might have to walk away from things that no longer align with your higher self. Friendships will fade, environments will shift, and opportunities may pass. But don't be afraid. Every loss on the path of purpose is divine exchange. God never takes without giving something better. The chosen ones must sometimes travel light, carrying only faith and trust as they walk toward destiny. But what awaits you on the other side is beyond imagination, peace, purpose, and fulfillment that the world cannot offer. Chosen ones also carry an invisible light that draws both light and darkness. People will be drawn to your energy because it feels healing, but some will also try to drain it because they don't understand its source. That's why you must guard your spirit. Protect your peace like a treasure. Set boundaries with love. Not everyone is meant to have access to your energy. You are sacred, and your time is holy. God didn't choose you to please everyone. He chose you to please Him. When you begin walking fully in your purpose, you'll realize that everything you once lost was actually leading you home to yourself. Every unanswered prayer was redirection. Every heartbreak was an initiation into wisdom. You'll begin to thank God for the things that didn't work out because now you see why. The chosen ones are not victims of fate. They are co-creators with God. Your thoughts, words, and faith shape your reality. You carry divine authority. When you speak with belief, heaven responds. When you act in faith, miracles unfold. You are not powerless. You are a vessel of divine energy. The same power that parted seas, healed the sick, and raised the dead flows through you. It's time you believe that. Never underestimate your influence. You might think you're just one person, but your light can ignite thousands. Every act of kindness, every prayer whispered, every word of encouragement has ripple effects across the spiritual realm. That's what it means to be chosen. Your presence shifts the atmosphere. Where you go, peace follows. When you speak, truth awakens. When you love, hearts heal. You are not ordinary. You are divine expression in human form. You were chosen for such a time as this, to be a beacon of hope in an age of confusion. The world needs your light more than ever. People are searching for meaning, craving truth, longing for peace. And God sent you as an answer to that longing. You may not wear a crown, but you carry divine authority. You may not stand on a stage, but your life preaches louder than any sermon. You are living proof that God still works miracles through human hearts. You'll notice as you grow spiritually that your desires begin to change. The things that once mattered no longer hold the same weight. You begin to crave peace over popularity, purpose over possessions, and alignment over approval. That's because you're awakening to your divine essence. God is purifying your heart so that you can carry greater light. Your blessings will match your spiritual maturity. The more you grow in humility and faith, the more you'll see divine favor flow into your life effortlessly. Sometimes, your greatest calling will emerge from your deepest pain. The very thing that once broke you becomes the foundation of your ministry. If you've been through betrayal, you were chosen to teach forgiveness. If you faced loss, you were chosen to bring comfort. If you battled darkness, you were chosen to guide others toward light. Nothing you've experienced is wasted. God uses every wound as a portal for wisdom. That's how He turns pain into purpose. The chosen ones carry both light and scars, and both are holy. Your scars remind you that you've been through fire and survived. They are proof of grace. They are sacred marks of transformation. You've been refined, not ruined. You've been broken open, not broken down. What was meant to destroy you only revealed your divine resilience. You are living evidence that God restores what life tries to take away. There will be days when you still feel unsure, when doubt whispers that you're not worthy or ready. But remember this, God doesn't call the perfect. He perfects those He calls. You don't have to have it all figured out. All you need is faith. Faith that even when you can't see the path, God is guiding your steps. Faith that even in silence, He is speaking. Faith that even in pain, He is healing. Faith that even in darkness, His light still shines. You are the chosen one. That means you are chosen to rise when others fall, to believe when others doubt, to love when others hate. You are chosen to be different, to walk in truth, to carry divine peace. The world may never fully understand you, but heaven rejoices over you. You are part of a divine plan that stretches beyond time and space. Every day you breathe, you fulfill a piece of that plan. So lift your head high, straighten your crown, walk with grace, humility, and unshakable faith. The same God who chose you will sustain you. The same God who began this work in you will complete it. Don't fear the journey ahead. The Creator of the universe walks beside you. Every step is blessed, every moment is sacred, and every breath is purpose. You are chosen, beloved, protected, and destined for greatness. The world may not always see it, but heaven does. And one day, everything you've endured will make sense, because it will lead you exactly where you were always meant to be, in alignment with divine destiny, shining as the light you were created to be.